If you don't think that something is wrong with the shit that I'm about to show you, then something is wrong with you. So they're saying that they lowered the age of dependence from 18 to the age of 7. You heard what I just said? They lowered the age of dependence from the age of 18 to the age of 7. So they're saying right now that your 7-year-old is responsible enough to take care of a household.
Trump is changing the dependent age from 18 to 7. So I just need to know in August, are we sending them back to school or are we sending them to work?
From 18 years old to 7 years old. So I'm abundantly clear. We're saying that 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are no longer considered dependent children.
So basically, we're saying a second grader should cook, pay bills, and take care of themselves. In what f***ing world does that make sense, y'all?
There's a bill going through right now, real quiet, and it's saying a 7-year-old, yeah, you heard me right, a 7-year-old is no longer considered a dependent. That means, legally, they want to say a kid in 2nd grade is grown enough to be independent. Like, what kind of logic is that? What kid at 7 is paying rent, cooking meals, or even fully understands the world? This ain't just politics. This is deeper. It affects our babies who already face enough. And the way they hiding it in this big, ugly bill? Nah, we gotta talk about it. I'm about to show y'all this, and then we will break it all down. But while you watch, ask yourself, why are they trying to make children grow up faster? And who does this really benefit?
They've lowered the age of dependence from 18 to 7.
7.
So now, if you have an 8-year-old child, it is the belief of this administration that that child is self-sufficient and could work and support the family, could be left alone, doesn't need food aid of any kind.
If you don't think that something is wrong with the shit that I'm about to show you, then something is wrong with you. So they're saying that they lowered the age of dependence from 18 to the age of 7. You heard what I just said? They lowered the age of dependence from the age of 18 to the age of 7. So they're saying right now that your 7-year-old is responsible enough to take care of a household. I don't know where this is going, but it don't seem like it's about to go the right way. How is it possible for a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old to take care of family? So you have Florida, then you have Iowa stating that these kids can work. Basically, what that says to me is that you're viewing these minors as adults. My question to you is, what 8-year-old do you know right now that's responsible enough to go to work, to get paid and take care of family? At that age, they're not even responsible enough to clean up their own rooms. So you're telling me the workforce is more important than giving these kids an education? Or what you're telling me is that these adults want to treat these kids like adults for a reason. And since we're on the topic, what type of jobs will these kids have? This is the question that we have to ask. You see, but this is the type of shit they do behind our backs when everybody is worrying about what's going on with Diddy's and the entertainment industry and what's going on in Hollywood with Justin Bieber and all of this shit that don't make no never mind or don't matter to what's going on with life. They make up laws and shit like this while we're not looking. And now we are in some real shit. When you're at those delicate ages, you shouldn't have a care in the world. But apparently, these people don't think that. Apparently, these people have something else planned. We need as much information as we can get on this shit, because this shit don't sound good at all. Pay attention.
Trump is changing the dependent age from 18 to 7. So I just need to know in August, are we sending them back to school or are we sending them to work? Because if the dependent age is now 7, you trying to say they dependent. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day, they used to work at that age, right? So is he trying to tell us that they need to go back to work? Because I don't think Trump know that these kids ain't regular kids. These kids will flip out if they ain't got they tablets. Now, is we putting them in IT? Is we teaching them kids how to code? They might like that. They might like that. We're going to have to figure out them some jobs because they ain't going to do regular jobs. They barely listen to them teachers. Like, these employers is about to catch hell. They going to be babysitters. And don't put me at the same company as my kids. I don't want to work with them. I already got to be with them at home. Like, y'all done already took them out of school, so now y'all want them to work, and then don't put them as the same company as me. Like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Like, and how much is you paying these kids? Because if my 7-year-old he needs to get paid well. He can't work for pennies. So that ain't gonna work either. Then you can't even disrespect that people kids, cause now they gotta leave their job to go to this job. They gonna probably, oh my Lord, Trump ain't thinking this out. He ain't thinking this out clearly. And then the big families is definitely gonna get the most, like, to hit the most. Like all, like them single parents, they got like 8, 9, 10 kids. They gonna feel it the most.
Trump changed the dependent age from 18 to 7. So that means everybody in my household that's over 7 ain't going to school. They're going to get a job.
You cannot make this shit up, y'all. The government thinks a 7-year-old can be independent now. So check this out. There's a new proposal that could redefine dependence, dropping the age from 18 all the way down to 7. That means once your kid turns 8, they may not qualify for support, like food stamps or child tax credits. So basically, we're saying a 2nd grader should cook, pay bills, and take care of themselves. In what fucking world does that make sense, y'all? This is not just a bad policy. It's flat out dangerous. Kids need support, not independence at the age of 7. I mean, is this really what America needs right now? Unbelievable.
My amendment would strike an especially harsh provision in this bill that is rooted in cruelty, not policy. This simple, straightforward amendment would strike the work requirement provision in this big, bad, ugly bill that lowers the age of what we call a dependent child from 18 to 7. From 18 years old to 7 years old. So I'm abundantly clear, we're saying that 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are no longer considered dependent children. Where did this come from? Why is this necessary? Since when is a 1st grader not a dependent child? Preventing families with children as young as 7 from losing food assistance, that is what we're debating here.
They talking about lowering the age of dependence from 18 down to 7. The same motherfucker who told us he was going to bring back manufacturing told us he's going to bring the age of dependence down from 18 to 7 years old. I don't know about y'all, but I think I know how he's about to bring back manufacturing.
Trump is about to reinstate child labor laws. I don't think you hear me. Trump and the Republicans are about to reinstate child labor laws. Okay, Iowa has already reinstated it. Florida has already reinstated it. It's a reason why Trump went from the dependents being 18 down to 7. If you think I'm lying, you better go read those laws because they are coming back. All right? They sent all them immigrants who was picking them fruits and vegetables for a little bit of nothing. They feel like why would we have them pick them? Because they don't want them in our country when we got all these goddamn kids that can pick it. Because back in 1908, the kids worked. Come on now, the kids worked at like 9. So that ain't that kind of funny how he took it from 18 to 7? Ain't that funny? Because they're self-sufficient, right? I don't think y'all understand it. Ain't it funny that he's changing the education department, right? So what he's doing with that is, right, hold on, wait, listen. He's making vouchers. Vouchers are going to work for private schools. Right? Eventually, public schools are not going to be able to get that funding, so public schools are going to close. So when the public schools close, those 7-year-olds, because come on now, they start kindergarten around, 7? They're going to be able to work because they ain't doing nothing else. They ain't going to school. You might as well put them back to work, right? Teach them that. If we can teach them how to read and write, we can teach them how to work. I think y'all, yeah. In Iraq, they changed the marriage law down to 9 years old. And if you think I'm lying, go research that shit. They're not playing. This shit is wow. Trump is trying to put us back down to like 1908, and 1853. He is literally trying to take us back there. That shit is going over y'all motherfucking head.
Now let me break this all the way down for y'all. What we just saw ain't just some random written up rule in Washington. It's a deliberate move to shift the way we see childhood and strip away protections that were fought for over generations. This administration, yes, the one right now, is letting bills move through that are basically saying an 8-year-old is now self-sufficient. Self-sufficient, like a 3rd grader supposed to be able to take care of themselves in this economy, in this system. And what's wild is, some states already passed this. Places like Iowa, Arkansas, and Missouri have already started loosening child labor laws. They're allowing kids to work longer hours, later into the night, and even in dangerous jobs. But ask yourself this: what job do they expect an 8-year-old to do? And more importantly, who benefits from that? Because it ain't the kids, it ain't the families, it's corporations who want cheap, quiet, unprotected labor, and the government's letting it slide. But here's the thing, you wouldn't even know this was happening unless someone told you. Why? Because the media got us distracted. They got you focused on Diddy's trials. They got you arguing about tabloid gossip, celebrity drama, and TikTok beefs. Meanwhile, they sneak in these bills through the back door. They're using fake war stories to stir panic. ICE pretending to be cops, snatching immigrants from their homes. And while everybody's looking over there, they're passing laws over here that hurt our kids and our communities. If we don't pay attention, this bill, this law, it's gonna pass and you won't know until it hits home, until it affects your child, or your cousin, or your neighbor, and by then, it'll be too late. What's in this new bill, especially the version connected to Trump's policy era, is an erasure of childhood. They're trying to say, you're 7, you're not a dependent, you can work now. That's not just irresponsible, that's inhumane. Look, we've already seen how the system treats black kids. We get judged older, punished harsher, and protected less. Now imagine stripping away the label of child from a 7-year-old. How easy will it be for employers, schools, or even the justice system to treat them like adults? That ain't just policy, that's a setup. And I get it, life is hard right now. Everybody's hustling, trying to survive, but we gotta take 5 minutes to wake up to what's happening. Because this isn't just about politics. This is about humanity, about family, and about what kind of future we want for our kids. Don't let them trick you with distractions. Don't let the noise drown out the truth. If you're watching this video, you already ahead of the game. But don't stop here. Go dig deeper. Look into these laws. Talk about it with your people. Share this video. Tag somebody who needs to see it. And most of all, stay aware. Because if we sleep on this, we're gonna wake up to a world where a kid with no teeth left to lose is expected to clock in and work a shift before doing their homework, if they even got time for homework. So I'm leaving y'all with this. Keep watching, keep questioning, keep protecting the kids. I'll be back with more, but for now, do what they don't want you to do. Pay attention.